everybody, welcome to the Makeup Chair. Today I'm doing a bridal slash prom slash Debs look. Debs is what they call it here. They don't call it the prom, they call it the Debs. This is for a friend of mine, so if you're watching, this one is for you. This is pretty much going to suit absolutely everybody. It's kind of that overall very balanced, even look. If you need some more information, you can totally let me know and I'll help you out if you want to. I have some alternative products going to be up on my blog. You can read all the products I use in this video in the box below. I'm using Revlon, Rimmel, e.l.f. products, a lot of e.l.f. products, the e.l.f. brushes. Oh, I love the e.l.f. brushes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you were looking for inspiration for a wedding or you're doing your wedding look, I just thought I'd mention this because I meant to do a video about these books ages ago, but this one's one of my favorite ones for brides. It's this really cool cover, which you can see like what she looked like before, what she looks like after. This is Robert Jones, one of my favorite makeup artists. I've had his old book, which is over there, which is just the overall kind of thing, for about 5 years. This one I've had for a year and I absolutely love it. Pretty much read it cover to cover now. It's fantastic. This is the look that we're kind of recreated today. I was kind of looking for this really kind of peachy, kind of pink, petal-y kind of color, and I got it from Revlon. Very pretty. I absolutely love it. So that's what I've used on my lips today, as well as another thing. So if you have any questions, let me know, like I said, but just keep watching. So I've already got started on the look. First of all, I took my moisturizer, which is my Nivea Soft Moisturizer. The reason why I use this is because it makes the skin really super silky and soft, and it's going to allow our foundation something to stick to and all our powders and stuff that come later. So you do want to make sure you prep your skin. I've also applied a primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. It's a clear gel that you apply underneath your foundation, and it's just going to make sure that everything stays in its where it's supposed to stay. So if you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, it's going to work with both. So I've applied that, and I've also applied my foundation. Foundation that I am using is a 24-hour Rimmel. It's fantastic. It's kind of creamy, a little bit liquidy, so it's nice to blend, but it's also going to give you that long-lasting formula that's in there. The great thing about that is it really does last all day long. I mean, it's probably the best foundation I've ever used from a drugstore, and it really lasts a long time. To finish off my foundation, I'm going to take my damp sponge. You can buy these little sponges absolutely anywhere, and I'm just going to dab over my face very gently, just to make sure that it's nice and blended. Also, if you're exposing your neck area, you do want to blend down your neck. I actually have fake tan on. I'm using Dove's Summer Glow. This is actually medium to dark, so it is a slightly darker, but I think in the spring and summer you can kind of get away with using a darker tan than you normally would. My foundation routine, I'm going to take my Healthy Mix Bourjois concealer. You might be tempted to say use a light reflective concealer like something like this, or the Rimmel one that has little light reflective properties in it, but that's going to affect the flash, so stick to using matte. This actually photographs quite well, so I really like this, and it's lasted me a really long time, even though it's like a little tube. So I'm first of all going to apply this. This is really nice because it's kind of creamy and it blends really well and it stays there, and it has quite a lot of coverage. So I'm just going over the areas that I need to with a little stippling effect, and that's just going to make sure it blends in quite well. If you need some extra help in covering blemishes, you have a lot of breakouts, you can check the link in the box below where I show you guys how to do everything to cover up spots. Now I'm not going to cover up all the kind of discoloration that's underneath my eyes. I look really tired. So I'm not just going to cover it up now, because if, say, I have a little bit of fallout or anything, I'm just going to disturb it. So there's no point in going to the rigmarole of doing it and then having to take it away again. So I'm going to leave that, and we're going to go straight onto the eyes. I've already applied my e.l.f. eyelid primer, and now I'm going to take my Bourjois Nude, I think it's number 8. It's called Beige Rose on the receipt, but it's not written anywhere. But it's number 8, and it's kind of like a nudish shade. I take this onto a flat brush and apply it all over the lid. I take this color right up to the brow bone. You can also take this just underneath. I'm going to take my Sleek Storm palette, and I'm first of all going to take the nice camel color that's in this palette. I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. contour brush, and I'm just going to take this into the crease like so. Remember, you don't want to come outside this part of the eye, so everything out here should be clean, so you keep everything in here over the lid, working into like a windscreen wiper motion back and forth. This is a nice color. It's matte as well. The reason why I like to use matte shades is because they're going to show up better in photographs. You want to have about a 2:1 ratio of matte and shimmer, so you have 2 mattes if you're going to have 1 shimmer. You can also take that first brush that we used and work this underneath just like this. Now I'm going to mix up 2 shades so that we can get more of a contour in there. I'm going to take the little bit of the pink, but mostly the matte brown that's in this palette. And I'm going to work this with the same brush into the crease. Just see where that kind of line is exposed, that's where I'm kind of getting. And then I'm going to come down and work just at the lash line. So you're creating this kind of V shape. You can build this up as much as you want to. You can have it quite dark if you want to go for a little bit heavier, or you can bring it quite light. Going to take the matte brown and a little bit of that pink and just work it underneath the lashes like this. I'm taking the small angle brush for this. Just get as close to the lashes as possible. I take a little bit of that black that's in this and just go just on the outer bit of the eye, and this is just going to help the eyelashes that I'm going to put on kind of blend a little bit better. Add your mascara and some false eyelashes if you want to. I'm just going to fill in the eyebrows. I've actually powdered and done this side of the face, so if I look a little bit strange, it's just because I've done that. So I'm going to take my angle brush. I'm going to take the brown and the black that's in this palette, and just going to fill in my eyebrows. And I can promise you that I do not look as orange as I am showing up on camera right now. When you're filling in the brows, you just want to go very, very gently and kind of work them out. It is important to fill in your brows. The great thing about this kit is because it has the matte brown and the kind of camel color that we used, it actually means you can use them on your brows because they're matte and they're kind of dull. So if you had blonde hair, you might want to use the camel color, you can use the brown, or you can use the black. We're going to set our makeup. You can use a mineral powder, you can use a pressed powder like this. If I was going anywhere, I would probably bring my Stay Matte translucent powder with me, just because it's really handy just to have in your bag, and you can just, like, you know, top up your foundation pretty much. But I'm going to take Elf's foundation in the mineral ones. Now sometimes minerals can pick up in camera and give a bad flash, but I haven't found it with this one, so I'm going to use Fair. Light, as you can see, has like a yellowish tone to it. Looks like that. And then this would be Fair. And Fair is kind of like a warm beige kind of color. So whichever one you kind of choose. But I would, on a normal basis, be using Light. And then if I was going for a little bit more makeup like this and I have fake tan on, then I'd use Fair. But you see, I'm still quite pale. I'm going to take my e.l.f. powder brush. It's just that little kind of, almost like a stippling brush. Take a little bit less because I have quite a lot on there. This does pick up a lot of product, so you know, make sure you tap it off. I'm going to do swirling motions over the face, and this is just going to make sure our foundation lasts. It's going to give us a little bit extra coverage. And I'm going to make sure that in photographs, our skin is photographed quite well. I'm going to finish off the face by taking Natural Collection Pink Cloud Blush onto the blush brush by e.l.f. Just gonna lightly go over the cheeks. If you wanted to go for a bronzer and you're looking for a good drugstore bronzer, you could try 22 Sun Bronze. 25 is a little bit warmer, but this one is kind of a dark beige, so you could definitely get away with using it as your bronzer. So it's quite nice. The lighting is just crazy today. If you want to add a little bit bronzer, what you usually do is you go over kind of the top of the forehead and down the temples like this. Also go underneath the cheekbones. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off the look by doing the lips. I have taken Rimmel's Eastend Snob. It's kind of a vintage pink is what I kind of refer to it as. It's kind of a darkish pink. You want to apply this onto the lips on the outer part and do the lip line, and then you want to kind of blend it inwards because this is going to make sure they really, really last all day long. Then I'm going to take my favorite 2 lip glosses of all time. I absolutely love these. These are just recently purchased by me. Maybelline Color Sensation Cream Gloss, and that is in Nude Pearl, and I also got Petal from Revlon. It's this beautiful kind of lightest shades. I've just applied the 2 of those pretty much over my lips. It's a perfect color for any bride. If you're looking for a kind of a peachish kind of pink, it's going to complement you really, really well. The 2 of those kind of shades. If you want to use one, it doesn't really matter, but I use both of them because I love them so much. So you just want to apply that over the lips, and then you're pretty much done. And this is the finished look. Now I did do my hair in a little kind of bun and stuff like that, but you guys can't usually see it, so it looks kind of crappy. But I really hope that you enjoy this look. If you have any questions, you can let me know, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm Sheena Katie, and thanks for watching.